What's going on, everyone? Gilman with Wellthy Stocks, back with our daily Apple update video where we take a look at how Apple stock traded today, key levels of support and resistance that we are looking at moving into the future, and based on that, what we think Apple stock could do. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and comment down below what your thoughts on Apple are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. So let me go ahead and hit record and we will get right into the video. So as you can see, great green day for Apple. We're up $2.96 today, which is about 2.5%. A little bit more green in the after hours, so that's great to see. It actually overperformed all the indices as well. So the Nasdaq was up about 1%. The Dow Jones was up 178 points, which is about 0.5%, and the S&P 500 was up about 0.5% as well. So compared to all that, Apple is up 2.5%, so relatively strong. Let's take a look at some key pieces of news that came out around Apple's business. We'll take a look at how or what that means for the company. Then we'll do our usual kind of technical analysis to see where Apple could be headed, talk about future levels of support, future levels of resistance for the stock coming up. So real quick, let's get right into it. So Apple dominated Q4 wearables shipments on AirPods and watch strings. So they were up about 27% on the year to 153.5 million in Q4. So that's wearable devices, right? Wearable shipments were up 28% to 444.7 million in 2020. So that's all great news, right? Q4 up 27%, overall year up 28%. So that's great. Q4 growth, what was the growth driven by, right? That's what we care about, is driven by new devices. So the change that happened last year, people switching from leisure to consumer electronics, right? So again, hearables led this wearables market, which was 64% of the market, followed by watches with a 24% share. Wristbands, I guess, declined, but everything else looks to be pretty good. So again, Apple has a great percentage of the market, right? They have 36% of market share. Watch shipments were up 46%. Hearables were up 22%. And then the second brand is this Chinese Xiaomi, I don't know how to say it, that has a 9% market share. So again, this is all great news for Apple. We're talking Apple Watch going up, AirPods going up, 28% year over year, which actually is a number that we are not expecting to continue, right? I think that a lot of this kind of push up was a one-time push up, and that's not me saying, right? I'm talking about research that was being done. But still, right, growth for Apple to be able to grow a part of their business more than 20% for how established they are is still phenomenal growth. So let's take a look at this other piece of news, which talks about actually Apple's AirPods 3 launching in Q3, which should be, great news for the company, because again, a lot of why people upgrade is when new things come out. Like if you have the AirPods right now, you're not just going to go and buy new AirPods, right? You're going to, unless they break and you need new ones, you're going to wait for the new one, and then that's when a lot of people spend their money. So anytime we hear about a new product, it's a lot of excitement around the product, and then hopefully a lot of revenue for the company as well, right? So you take a look here. Q3 2021, it could be launched as early as March 23rd, so that's about a week and a day away, which is great news for us, right? Again, anything that surrounds AirPods or Apple products has a lot of hype to it, and based on that hype, we could see a little bit of a push up, right? So let's hope for that. Apple, they're estimating that Apple shipped 90 million AirPods in 2020 and expects the number to fall to 78 million this year amid rising competition. So again, part of that is the increase in competition going from 90 to 78 million, but part of that is also, the fact that a lot of people that bought it last year, it was kind of a one-time pandemic thing, as a lot more people were stuck at home, were stuck doing, video calls for work or working out at home, and therefore, needing some new equipment and stuff. So again, great still, I think, number there for Apple AirPods where they are currently. And then this bullet I think is super funny, because it says the analyst thinks Apple will only sell 1 million units of the 549 AirPods Max, which, by the way, I love Apple products, but I think $550 for headphones is kind of ridiculous. That could just be me though. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. But I love the way that they say million, because this is 549 times $1 million. So that's $549 million in revenue. That's $500 million in revenue coming from one product, not even the AirPods, just AirPod Max Pro, AirPods Max, right? So $500 million still coming in, and I love the way that it said only. So you know, I think still probably not gonna buy them, but you know, great, because I'm an Apple shareholder, so anything that boosts revenue is good for me. So let me know down in the comment section though what you guys think about the AirPods Max if you want to buy them. I think that the price point is a little too high. I've got my AirPods, so I'm happy with them. So getting back into the stock as we do in this channel. Yesterday I talked about, you know, a couple different things. We talked about a line that we had to break over. And in the pre-market, if you were watching with that exact line, right, we were getting rejected by it. And so when you get rejected in the pre-market, sometimes it sets the tone of what the day could look like. And at that point, it looked like we were just gonna not do a lot, right? And then right out of the gate, what we did was we went down to visit kind of this 120.43 point. We broke above and we just rapidly went from 121.48 to our next level at 123.69. Now take a look here, folks. This is great to see, because again, I think our levels have been so on point. Our next level we were looking at was the 123.69. We got rejected at 123.64, so 5 cents away from where we thought we would. Came back down. You guys know what we're looking at. We're looking at VWAP for that bounce. If the market looks good, it did, and then the market looked kind of weak there for a little bit in the S&P 500. Then we were sideways for a little bit, which I was totally happy with, right? This still represents about $1.50, $2 gain on the day, 1.5%. I'm totally cool with that. I'm okay, because I also have covered calls, so I don't want to kind of bust through that, right? So going good, and then we make a push again, kind of rejected right there, right? And then we take a little breather and we push above the 123.69 level at 124.12. So again, some things that I liked about today, the move up, we finally came above this line that I shared with you guys yesterday. And now we are starting to push up, which is just great news for us. We broke above a key level today, 123.69. The next level, as we'll talk about in a little bit, is that 89 EMA that I mentioned. So great move for Apple today, above VWAP, great push up, tried once, failed, tried twice, failed, third time it kind of struck through. So let's now hope this level holds. Now let's take a look at our overall kind of chart here. So we've broken a lot of different trends, or a lot of the different levels, a lot of different things have happened. One thing was, you know, this line that we were kind of climbing up from every time we broke at 216, and then we saw this line coming up from, you know, back here that we again broke, and now today we finally got a positive break. Take a look at this line. Again, it's better on the hourly chart like I showed yesterday, but pretty much anytime we'd hit up against it, right, we'd get rejected, and we were making lower highs over time, which means every time we would try to turn around and go up, we would go only up to a lower point than the time before, which is not good if you're an Apple shareholder. What we saw today was, first and foremost, a really nice green candle, broke through some levels, and maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed, you know, the start of a decent upward trend. Now, want to talk about this RSI, right? Nicely moving up from kind of the bottom we made on 226. We're making higher lows on the RSI as well, which is great to see. RSI is looking a lot better than it did last week. We were looking pretty oversold. So that's starting to move up too. The stock's starting to move up as well. So now let's take a look at future levels of support, future levels of resistance. I think that now that we're above this line that we kept getting rejected from, I think it's great news for us. So from a level of support, let's cover those real quick. We've got this 123.69, the level that we broke above today. That's the first level of support we have. Then we've got the 8 EMA here at 121.95, and then we've got the mid 121s, right, 121.48. That's what we have if we start to drop. Those are kind of the levels of support that I'm looking at. As you saw today, right, we hit up against this 123.69 level 3 times. 2 times we got rejected, and then we broke through. So I'm really hoping that now that we're above it, it holds up as really good level of support. And then on the upside, what I'm looking at, you guys, is the 126.60s level, and then 128.54. So if you guys watched my video yesterday, you know what point I really want Apple stock to go above, and that's this 89 exponential moving average and the 125s. I definitely think that we could do that this week. We're about $1 and yeah, literally about $1 away. That's at 125.10. We're at 124.10 in the after hours today. So hoping that tomorrow, you know, I definitely think that we could see a little bit of a pullback at the beginning like we do, right? That sell off maybe down to this level 123.60s, maybe even a little bit below, and then we start to turn around and push up. Goal for tomorrow would be, you know, hopefully this 89 EMA tomorrow or Wednesday. That'd be great, and then we can kind of get ready for the next level at 126.60s, maybe even break through that, and then, you know, see where the rest of the week takes us. So again, tomorrow, hoping that we bounce off of this 123.60, and if we had that kind of beginning of day fall and make a push towards the 89 EMA in the 125s. If that doesn't happen tomorrow, then looking for that to happen on Wednesday, since we could be taking just a little day break. So that's what I'm looking at, you guys. Again, 89 EMA is super important for us, because if you take a look at, you know, Apple's chart, zoom out, we rarely get to this line, and now we've been below it. The last time we were below it was 2019, mid 2019, other than that pandemic fall that we saw. Other thing is, S&P is at all-time high, so that's great. We cleared some of our resistance levels here. We took out the all-time high we set on Thursday of last week, so that's what I'm looking at there. Again, 400s could be coming soon. The VIX is looking super, super nice as well. It's down all the way to 20, which, you know, if you take a look here, it's about as low as we have gotten, you know, pretty much since the start of the coronavirus pandemic. So hoping for the VIX to stay low, the volatility to stay low, the S&P to keep pushing up, 400 next. Now we could get rejected at 400 a couple times before we break through. It just depends on kind of how strong the market is. And of course, Apple being the market will react accordingly. But I think everything is pointing up. We might be getting more money in from the stimulus into the stock market as well, for, you know, people that are investing kind of based on the money they get. So that's what I'm looking at, you guys. Hopeful that, you know, this will be a great week for Apple. Great start to the week for sure. We've gotten that like 2 weeks ago, and then the whole red week happened. I don't think that's going to happen this week, but, you know, who knows. Hoping we can get that 89 EMA and push up to the next level. That's all I had for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to my channel, comment down below what your thoughts on Apple are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.